what's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. This time around I've got the 2025 Mini Cooper S. Now if you're a fan of the Mini brand, you will essentially love Mr. Bean and my personal favorite, the Italian job. I think just seeing those cars going under the tunnel and doing what they had to do was really cool.
Get it.
Now, this is the 2025 model like I've mentioned. Before I do go on, please don't forget, use the link in my bio to get a quote from Naked Insurance, and you can easily get a quote on your Mini Coopers or anything that you want to insure in less than 90 seconds. Now, back to the review. I think I'm going to have an interesting take. And with a performance hedge becoming so expensive in our country, I personally think that with this Mini Cooper S coming in at 646,000 Rand, I really think, and don't fight me in the comments, but I think that we are quite good here actually. Maybe get yourself the 4-door, or if you have some money, stretch it and get the JCW, and then you can essentially be fighting the Golf GTI. But I mean, this has got 150 kilowatts and 300 Newton meters of torque. Now, 150 kilowatts and 300 Newton meters of torque in such a tiny go-kart is something that's absolutely amazing. It uses a B48 engine from BMW, a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it's absolutely a cracker. I've loved it. Let me take you through the interior, the exterior, and we'll go for a drive. But I think that Mini Cooper have fully cooked this car. Let's get it. So I've reviewed a Mini on my channel before, and that was the Countryman, and I didn't feel that embodies a true Mini. It just became too large. And when I got this last week, and I said to myself, this is what Mini has always been about. Yes, I know they've tried to accommodate people by giving them bigger models, etc. But essentially, this is what you want as a Mini Cooper owner. You still have these circular headlights, which are in true Mini fashion. You've got a clamshell bonnet, Mini fashion. And if you're brave enough, there are many colors for you to choose from. And this is not for somebody who's indecisive. You must know exactly, you must be willing to play around for you to, come up with these crazy combinations. I mean, look at this. Green paintwork, bronze or gold surroundings, a bronze or gold Mini badge. You've got a red S badge. You've got these air intakes here. And I do quite like the design of the grille, to be honest with you guys. You've got a radar system on there. Your camera is on there. And those are all options, by the way. So I'll speak about that later on. But I do think that the design of this car is really gorgeous. I'll open up that, the clamshell. It's just a nostalgic feeling seeing a clamshell. And I know it's a British thing, but for me, I like it. Seeing the headlights in their position while the entire bonnet opens is something that I love. Let me actually open the bonnet for you guys right now, and I'll show you that 4-cylinder goodness. And just lift it up. And there you go. Now, there is that 2-liter 4-cylinder B48 engine. It is a B48 engine, and it's absolutely amazing. It's paired to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and it'll send power to only these bad boys in the front. But I mean, just take a moment for you to just look at this clamshell. The headlights are in a position, and you've got these openings right here. The British were really cooking on here. They absolutely cooked. But anyway, let's get back into the review, and I'll take you around the entire car. All right, now that it's closed, when you come to the side, you've got these 18-inch alloys. And to be honest with you, I am a fan of this design. Mimicking that entire bronze or gold surround, again, you've got these slats that do mimic that entire color. And I think this is nice. I have seen other designs of this alloy, but I think this is the one to go for. Sorry about the dirt on the surrounds. It was raining, and unfortunately, work's gotta go on. You come to the side, you've got this big wing mirror with the camera right on there because it's got a 360-degree camera, and it's in white, and I do like this contrast. The white roof as well, contrasting. And because it's a 2-door, we only have 2 frameless windows that go all the way down. They go all the way down. Let me just do that for you guys right now. I'll do that later. But I think that this is such a good-looking car. Yes, the interior is somewhat a hit and a miss. It's got great materials, but the fact that everything has been hidden into that display and you use that display for everything, for me, it's not it. But anyway, let's go to the rear. So when you jump inside, you're met by this gorgeous leather-wrapped steering wheel. You still have those accents that I showed you on the exterior around the grille. You've got this strap, which is also such a nice touch. The biggest thing that I don't like about this car is that there's no pedal shifters, and I'll speak about that also when I get into the drive. But there's no pedal shifters, and the fact that you don't have a gear lever that's like somewhere here for you to just be one with the car, it's off. You've got an amazing Harman Kardon sound system here. You don't have a digital driver's display, unfortunately. Everything has been housed now into this infotainment. This infotainment supports wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And the number one thing that I actually do quite appreciate from BMW Group is the fact that you get into the car, you open the door, and automatically it connects. So that is something that is really, really, really quite cool. I won't lie to you. But I would wish that there was a heads-up display so that I can look at my speed. I don't always want to be looking at the screen for me to look at my speed. Generally, I think that's just not it. It's not safe. And also, the fact that there's my aircon controls right in here for me to, I don't feel that's quite cool. You do have a button here for your driver assistance settings, so that is quite cool, but then they're still brought up into the screen. But that is quite cool, the fact that there's a button. So I do feel like if maybe you had a button also for your climate control somewhere here, but I think this will do that. No, it doesn't still. So that is disappointing. And then you've got your volume knob there. At Mini now, your drive modes are now called experiences. So you've got go-kart, etc. And they make all these funny sounds just hear that. And I'm gonna switch back into go-kart, which is the sportiest setting. You get that, which is quite cool. And it then changes your entire screen layout. And this is completely full, right? You go into Apple CarPlay.
And then this doesn't. What is going on? I want to see now. Get my copyright. So.
It's also a bit laggy when you touch on it. But, I mean, this is... Do you see how laggy it is? So it is quite laggy. It's quite laggy, and this is the one thing that I've not appreciated about it. Even when you click into your map, and this is just the space you're dealing with. I wish it could fill up the entire screen, and yeah, but it's quite laggy. Yes, it does work. It does connect seamlessly, but it is quite laggy. Anyway, back onto the materials. You don't have a leather dash. You've got all these materials that are on here, which are quite cool. I do appreciate this. I know people are not a fan of this, but you have these materials even on your door cards as well. It's the same materials. The seats are amazing. They're gorgeous. I like the color combination, how they look. The design is just really nice. They hug you nicely. You've got a sunroof here for the front passengers, and your sunshade is manually operated, which is quite cool. And then one for the rear passengers as well, and this is also manually operated. But I'll jump into the rear and I'll show you guys that bit later on. And then you've got a wireless charger on here. And the nice thing about this wireless charger is that there's this strap here, right? So because your phone is upright, so this holds your phone into place. It doesn't overheat. There is somewhat ventilation that does come onto there, so that is quite cool. You've got two cup holders, also in the same surrounds as that, grill on the exterior. You've got space in there as well for you to put your keys, whatever you want to put in. Then you've got two USB Type-Cs there as well. So that is the interior of the Mini Cooper S, but I do think they need to do a lot of work in terms of fixing that, and also just having a heads-up display as standard in this car. It shouldn't be an option, considering that I want to see my speed directly right in front of me. These things of having to look there, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. And I don't think, yes, probably people are gonna, you just have to deal with it because it's your car, but ideally, you would want your speed right in front of you. And yeah, let's jump into the rear. So I'm in the rear, and there's a massive amount of legroom. I'm kidding. This is my driving position. I can sit here, but no knee room. Headroom is fairly decent. You've got a hook up here for your suit or whatever you want to hook up there. Then you've got an armrest, essentially, which is quite cool. I wish there was another armrest, actually. You have one cup holder on there. You don't have any USBs in here, but I'm assuming then you can just charge in the front. There's no need for a lot of USB ports.
What is this? What is this?
This is the rear, guys. To be honest with you, you've got one cup holder on there. Here's your sun roof and your own sunshade that you can control. But yeah, it is a bit, it's not a bit, it's tight back here. Your headroom is perfect, but knee room is absolutely not. So the driver essentially has to adjust somewhat to there for me to be comfortable. And yeah, so let's go for that drive. All right, so you join me inside of the Mini Cooper S. Wow. This thing is so fun. Drives like a go-kart. I love it. The 2-liter engine is exactly what this thing needs. B48, and I mean, obviously most of the sound is pumped in, but I mean, right now I could do with pumped in sound than no sound really, because we're now getting into the world where sound is just being, you know, deleted. So this is quite cool. Here's that speedometer I was talking to you about, and now I always have to take off my eyes from there to that to see exactly what I'm doing. Oh, and there's another one that is quite cool. Yay, bestie. And she's got a white one that is quite cool. But I mean, it's really, really fun to drive. I mean, a go-kart feel. It's an absolute machine. I love it. Yes, there's a lot of torque steer, but it's manageable torque steer. Torque steer that I wouldn't, be like, oh no, I'm complaining about it, etc. But I do quite love it. It's torque steer that's manageable. It's nothing that's quite hectic. And it drives just like a go-kart. Mini claim is about 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers. I've been getting about 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad. I got a full tank when I received it. It was on 580 kilometers of range. I'm on 330 k's and now I've not fueled up at all. Been driving in the urban, I've gone to the highway, and it just does what it's meant to do easily. I mean, BMW engines are essentially really great, to be honest with you guys. It feels really nice to drive. The bumps are soaked in quite well. Yes, the power goes to the front wheels, like I mentioned, but it's not a hectic thing. If you want more power, and I know people are gonna want more power, hence Mini makes the JCW. Now with this, like, I'm going to step on it. I would want to change myself to try and get that engagement. I'm lacking driver engagement, driver and machine engagement with this car. And this is where I just wish there were pedal shifters. And you'll get that in the JCW, but pedal shifters are very important, change gears when you want to, go up when you want to. And this is the only issue that I'm having right on this car. Why do I have a tire pressure warning issue? All right, I'll sort that out. But hey, you've got a tire pressure warning system right on here, so that's quite cool. Yeah, so I am not too mad at it at the price that it comes in at, right? And I mentioned earlier on when I started the review that maybe this is that hatch that you want. Yes, it's not a performance hatch per se, but when you look at the likes of, geez, I don't even know what to mention because this kind of stands out on its own. I think it's doable for 646,000 Rand. Yes, when you do spec it to how you want it, it does bump up that price tag to quite a high amount. Like, this is just over 720,000 Rand for this test unit. But I think it's in a league of its own, to be honest with you guys. Would I buy it? I'm not a Mini Cooper aficionado like that. I mean, I've got things to consider. I've got a child, etc., and all those things. But I think had I had my first job and this was the first car that was on the market for me when I first started working and I was in that market for something fun, something that's nice to drive, this was definitely going to be up there for me to pick. When I started working and with a budget of 600,000 range, we were buying Golf 7 GTIs then, and the playing field was just so much. But right now, 600,000 rand for you to get something fun, the field has dramatically decreased. So this is why I think this is just that perfect car. You won't get I mean, this is essentially rivaling now a Polo GTI, if you think about it, because you add 100,000 Rand, you can buy a Polo GTI, because they're also quite pricey now. So it's either a Polo GTI or this, and I think this is a great car. Yes, there is this stigma that it's meant for women, but this is such a fun car to drive. I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I know Nikki said it the other day and the world went crazy on him, but I don't see that it's only meant for women. I think anybody can get into this car and you'll really love it. The fact that you can also customize it to what you want, yes, that is also what makes it stands out from the rest of the crew. Now, I have loved spending time with this car. It's everything that everyone... This is my first time driving a Mini Cooper S in my life. And I think that it's given me such an experience that I love, to be honest with you guys. Pricing-wise, they've nailed it. Fuel economy is just perfect. There's a lot of, safety systems in this car, from blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, rear cross traffic alert, it can anti-collision braking for you guys. They've done an amazing job with this car. I think BMW pricing is still up there. It's still very competitive, and BMW pricing is still very competitive. Oh, Golf R. Drivers will always be Golf R drivers. The driving position is amazing. There's enough room for adjustments. I do also quite like like I mentioned, the pumped-in sounds. To round it up, I do like the way that this car drives. I like the sitting position. I like that it's quite low to the ground. I like the go-kart feel to it. I like the price. I think it's competitively priced. That is my review of the Mini Cooper S. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to always comment, share, and let's grow the channel. We're on 12,000 subscribers, and I did not imagine that I would get to 12,000 subscribers so fast. So thank you so much. Don't forget to always keep hitting that bell icon. I'll be uploading more this time around. I think I do enjoy what I'm doing. So thank you so much. Don't forget, you can win that experience. I'll come pick you up in a Porsche Cayenne GTS. We'll go for a coffee, we'll go for a drive, and just talk about cars. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Use the link in my description box to get a code from Naked Insurance, and you'll be in the running to winning that competition that I'm running. For now, I'm just going to enjoy this Mini Cooper S, man. It's such an amazing car. Yeah, they cooked. Peace out, everybody.